We are in the year 1193 of the Solanki Rajput campaign from Broken Crescent 1.05 Remastered on very hard. We are in the toughest part of the campaign. I'm a little bit worried about the future. So we are controlling Kannauj, we are controlling Jalandhar, and we're laying siege on Lahore. We are a little bit overextended. I was initially hoping that we would have had Tanessa at this point, but it was impossible because Kannauj was besieged, which I had not expected. So we are a little bit cut off from our spearhead, and we have no ways of reinforcing them. We can attack Lahore if they do not send reinforcements and take it in the next game time. We were not able to do it because the besieging force we had there had not built any equipment, was still building the first siege run. So we couldn't take Lahore when the time was right. We are besieging some other settlements at the moment. We're besieging Multan. The enemy is threatening our regions here in the south. They have Ajmer, of course. So one thing to do is to reinforce Gwalior and then see what units we can move from Gwalior to Kannauj, so we're closer to the spearhead of our attack into the Ghorid lands. Can we bring any units along with us? Elephants will not reach. And the cavalry is even more hopeless. Just one elephant unit. And even that will not reach. Maybe we'll take some units from Kalinja, reinforce Kannauj. That will help us spare some units from Kannauj. One possibility is to move a small force somewhere where we can reinforce Jalandhar. Of course, we don't have enough of a strength at this point to attack Tanessa because the enemies can bring in reinforcements. We're not really that strong to attack. We were depending very much on the element of surprise. But unfortunately, the element of surprise wasn't so surprising when two of our key settlements were being besieged. I was hoping they would besiege Anilvara, not Gwalior and Kannauj. So our plan turned out deficient. So I cannot go towards Tanessa. There's no way to get through Tanessa. The only way to go through is through that ford to reinforce Jalandhar. There's another ford there. Then going through those two fords, we can reinforce Jalandhar, which means we can bring an army here. We have to trespass against the lands, through the lands of the Chon Rajputs if we're going to go through. So that unit now is in ambush. The enemy doesn't know it's there. So they can possibly reinforce Jalandhar, but we'll have to go trespass through the land of the Chon Rajputs. So here we're laying siege against those two settlements. We have several of these units, very weak units. Their purpose there is to just distract the enemy, just provide a diversion, so they keep themselves occupied with those small forces. Leave Jalandhar alone until we can figure out how to reinforce Jalandhar. So it's a very precarious situation, and I am a little bit stuck about how to proceed. So moving over to the next game turn. Okay, an enemy merchant has come to acquisition our merchant there. Extremely annoying. The garrison of Walton is selling out with reinforcements. We're clearly in no way to win this battle. Our only chance is to retreat, and hopefully retreat towards Jolanda. So the one cavalry unit we have here might end up reinforcing the garrison of Jolanda. That would be a good would be a good development.
Our feeble foe brings more men to the slaughter. They will gain only more widows.
So we're heading out for Jolanda. That's our only option. They were here for diversion. Yeah, we have diverted some attention, I guess, at least. And the enemy moved some units to come reinforce Multan. So they've wasted a little bit of resources. Hopefully we'll see how this develops. And are we retreating towards Jolanda yet? What is the plan? The pathfinding is a little bit strange. It must be. Okay, why they go this way? Who knows? Okay, the enemy is gonna catch up with you. You're a light horseman. You're not doing a great job. Got triple bronze chevron as well.
Our warriors fought well today. It was only a twist of fate that gave victory to our foes.
So indeed it was, in their sleep, in their dreams. Okay. So they've broken that one's siege, but that was just a diversion. Very fortunately, the cavalry units retreated towards Jolanda. Let's see what they do with our other besieging army. So that's not a very good development. So they're attacking this army in the rear. Okay, so they have some infantry. Our elephants could deal with those. They could deal with the mounted archers, but then they also have some javelin men who will inflict casualties on our elephants. And they have a unit of archers. And here they have a general with another unit of javelin men. Overall, defeat is certain. Let's put it that way, even if it could cause a lot of casualties. Yeah, so they have some javelin men, as you can see. They have 1, 2, 3 units of javelin men, 1 unit of archers. The mounted unit is defeatable, of course. But maybe if they didn't have their general here, it might have been a chance. I don't want to risk a battle on the AI's terms, on the enemy terms. So I will retreat again. Repeat our strategic defeat maneuver, and or is it strategic retreat rather maneuver? A strategic retreat. That's what it is. I mean, one thing I could have done, I guess, potentially, is try and inflict some casualties and retreat. Doesn't matter. The AI can recover from casualties fairly easily. There's no point.
Our feeble foe brings more men to the slaughter. They will gain only more widows.
Well, I don't think so. Thank you for your encouragement. There is not too much point on very hard fighting enemy armies. Unless you gain a strategic advantage. By this, I mean you gain a settlement somewhere in the course of all that maneuvering. And then you have to decide, is it worth losing some men? Because the AI can very quickly recover from losses. And when it comes to losing elephants, which are so hard to replace, I would rather not.
Our warriors fought well today. It was only a twist of fate that gave victory to our foes.
Okay, I heard that before. I would rather not risk losing difficult to replace units for no useful reason. So let's see, will they retreat? Hopefully they will retreat back to Jalanda, although it's a little too far away. No? Where are they heading to? What are you doing? Okay, that's also a good place for them. Oh no, come on. How is this possible? Is this just accident? How did they know we were here? They weren't even ambushed. Look at these units, they're all golden chevroned. How did they know we were here? This is cheating. What on earth? They could have gone anywhere. Maybe they want to reinforce Tanessa? They have other ways to get to Tanessa, but don't have to come through here. That was very weird. So, another strategic retreat on the horizon, I'm afraid. A lot of these forces were there not doing anything useful directly, more like diversionary and potential reinforcements, this sort of thing. But they put a span on so many works, it's extremely frustrating. Put a spanner in so many works. So hopefully they get back to Carnage. So that is still okay, but it means we have again no one within reinforcing range of Jalanda. Our forces there are so strung out, they're so thin. So the AI is not as stupid as some people think. Well, at least not the Strelok AI, which is the one specific
Victory
to
floats on the
Broken
wind,
Crescent.
and today the wind chose to let victory fall at our foes' feet.
Yeah, the battle AI is by Strelok, who was one of the modders. The companion AI is by GrandViz. Both in the original team of Broken Crescent, and they work very well together. Yeah, right, exactly at the spot. I mean, how did they know we were there? Come on, that is... So, they're going to go concealed, I must remember that. They're there. They stopped there. They're going to get concealed because it took the spot we were in. And the broad reinforcements to Lahore. They didn't attack. That's interesting. So what a bind. What a bind. The Imamate of Oman is going to war with the Malikate of Sindh, so it seems they've lost some mutual allies. Some of them sided with Oman, some sided with Sindh. Okay. Got a merchant in Vara, a few things completed, a few units retrained. What are we doing?
You and your customer.
Oh, this is such an annoying merchant. And so experienced.
I have many fine wares.
Okay, this one is doable. I will have to recruit an assassin at some point. He is kind of doable. He confiscated the business of one of our merchants. Only 53% was it? Only? Oh my god. 44% chance? No. 59% still? Okay, that was lucky. That was lucky indeed. So he's trading in silk. Oh, perfect. The other merchant has been kicked off his boulder. He was a silver trader. He has to go and trade in fabrics. For now, the time being, he's doing a killing there, so why not? And now back to our stuck strategic situation. Multan is almost unguarded, so that's a good development. However, it is a fortress, so it's not so easy to take. Okay, let's save the campaign at this point. One possibility would be to send all our spies to enter Multan. Hopefully, then, if we can get 2 spies in, we have a chance they can open the gates. If we can only get 1 spy in, not so good of a chance.
Yalla, my
And in Lahore, okay, let's see what they've got in Lahore.
I will not waste
They've
words
got
on you, infidel.
probably some light infantry recruited in a hurry. So hopefully the infantry that's going to reinforce is manageable. Maybe we could even destroy them in battle with our cavalry and elephants. So
men of honor.
thank you, my good man. Give our regards to you, Sultan. I meant to click on Lahore, so they just have a very weak garrison, and then there are these reinforcing armies. Okay. So Lahore is doable. It would be nice if we could also get Multan. For this we need our spies to go in to open the gates. That's the only option if you're going to get Multan this game turn. Otherwise they have this force there, which is a force to reckon. Okay, can we get... can we get our spies? In Multan, will he reach 38% chance? If he even reaches. Okay, the garrison is very weak. If we can get our spies to open the gates, it's cooked. Very weak spy, 38%. What are the chances? What are the chances? What are they? Dismal. That's what they are. This is our best spy. If he fails, there's no point for the other ones to try. 62% chance of going in undetected. There he is. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. What can the other ones do? This one has 50% chance of going in without being killed. Oh dear. One more chance. This one has 38% chance, I think. Indeed. What are the chances? Oh, come on. So we only managed to get one spy in. The chances of him opening the gates are 32%. Totally unlikely. So we need to get some more spies for that settlement. We need even to get an assassin to deal with the most troublesome enemy merchants. Let's get another spy here. That's going to hurt the chivalry of our commanders there, the governors. So we have to move the governors out while the spies are being recruited. Oh dear. Well, it's going to get a spy. We'll see. I'm really quite stuck. We can remove this building here so we can have some money for diplomatic missions, and then we can recommission the building. We also need to recruit, in addition to this merchant, potentially some units from wherever we can get decent units. So if we try to attack Tanessa, we will be attacked in the rear by the unit who's laying there in ambush. If we try to get through the lands of the Rajputs, we'll be ambushed potentially by the enemy unit. We don't have the possibility of sending an army towards Jalandhar via Tanessa or Delhi. It's going to cross our fellow Rajputs. So we're really quite stuck. We can attack Lahore. We can probably take Lahore. We'll be very overextended. It's not a very easy situation, I have to say. Okay, Jalandhar public order has gone down, but we need more units. Borderline, not rebellious. Goodness. So completely stuck for options. To get there, we have to trespass through the Rajputs. The other possibility is to try to arrange an agreement with the Rajputs. We're stuck. I don't know what to do. I'm going to pause the episode here and think about it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.